It was like clockwork. It was like I turned on the camera and my eyes said, "Oh, I'm annoyed." I kid you not, it was like clockwork. So now I come dead on the camera messing with my eye. But look, y'all, you know I don't come live late. But I said, you know what? I don't know why. I just at first I felt tired and was like, I'm gonna lay down, do my usual, watch a movie, start winding down, probably be sleeping about an hour and a half. Then I went to lay down and I just felt like wide awake, where your mind is just thinking of 1,000,000,000 things and all this other stuff. So I was talking to my buddy on the phone, and when I got off the phone with her, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely still wide awake. So I said, hey, I'm gonna come on here, I'm run my mouth, I'm run my mouth. See, this kind of saves you the calling somebody and holding the conversation because you kind of want to talk, but you don't want to talk. And sometimes, and sadly, at least I'll admit it, sometimes you just don't even want to listen. Or you just can't even listen because so much is going on in your head. This is like every time I stop speaking, all I hear is what's going on in my head. So, I mean, it happens to me. I know. I don't know if it happens to everybody, but that does happen to me. But yeah, I just said, let me come on here. I don't be nighttime craving. I don't be craving and draping in the nighttime, but I said, forget it. I'm going to come on here and not really want nothing. I need to take this nail polish off my nails and repaint my nails. I promise you, I'm so not that girl. I'm so not that girl. Like, even when I go to the spa, like, I'm addicted to getting the pedicure that I get when I go to the spa because I just love it. But I'm not that always in the shop. Like I told you all, I didn't even have nails, and I've been painting my nails for the last month just so I could let them grow. So I'm not biting them. It's a very bad habit. It is a very bad habit. So when kids are young and they're doing something like that, and you think like, oh, it'll carry on, it will. It will. And so I've actually let my nails grow. But now my new thing, when I'm like angry or any of the things that would have caused you to bite your nails, now my new thing is just like picking off the nail polish. Picking off the nail polish. And I'd be a lie to say that like a nail or two didn't chip. And I didn't like say, oh, just. But then the good thing is when you grow on your nails and you bite off your nail or nail leaves, it reminds you of when you didn't have nails. And where before that might not even been anything to you, I didn't care. Now you're like, oh my God, I just like my fingers so much better with nails. That's how I feel about nails now. That's why I told y'all I'm on here just running my mouth, just keeping right now, just like not wanting to go too far in your head. Just come on, run my mouth, talk a little bit. Because sometimes in the silence or alone, we'll just get too deep in our head. Too deep. I know I do. So I said, let me come on here and talk about some things. So I wanted to talk about, like, since I'm up right now, and at the time, I remember when I first became single, to me, these were the loneliest parts of the night. Like, these were the parts that made it, like, harder to do anything else. These were those times when you thought, like, not to say, like, I'll just take anything in a relationship, but you thought, like, this is the part where I see why I stayed, because I don't want to be alone. And I learned in that, like, you really have to learn to love being with you, not be thinking like, oh, that part of me, oh, I can see why people don't like that, or oh, I don't want people to get too close because if they knew that part or this, it can't be like that. Like, you have to enjoy yourself. So even like right now, it's not that I don't enjoy myself or enjoy being alone or can be alone, because of course nobody wants to be alone all the time. But I learned in being alone how to enjoy me, how to take those moments. You know how when you don't have any moments to yourself, you always say like, oh, if I had a moment, I'd sew this sweater or I'd sew this dress, or I'd do this, I'd do that, I'd braid my hair, whatever it is. So I learned in those moments to do those things I love to do. Hey, Dana. Hey, sis. And I just learned those things because it was one point, I promise you, I'd be like, okay, well then I'll just have company. I'll hang out with my friend. I'll sit on the phone all night. I'll do this. You know what I mean? But I just had to have a person there when I first broke up. Like, just somebody to be there, not to be alone. But I've learned that when you can't be like alone with yourself, that you're lonely no matter who's around. Because there's something in you that doesn't feel, there. So no one can make that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I like learned that. I had to learn how to enjoy being. It's okay sometimes. It's okay. Who's gonna want to be with you if you can't be by yourself? You know what I mean? If you can't spend 2 hours alone with yourself, who would want to? You know, who would want to? You don't even want to. You know, but that's one of the things I learned. So sometimes when and another thing that was hard for me because I was in a relationship for a very long time, and we lived together for oh my goodness, probably about 10 years, and it would be times where I'd find myself watching something, and I'd look over to say, like, "Did you see that?" Or and then I remember because it was a habit. It was a habit. So then that would make me feel lonely. But then that's not being lonely. That's just being used to something and it's not there anymore. And I had to learn the difference, because you can be lonely in a relationship. And I've learned that's the worst lonely. That's the worst lonely you can ever be. And my relationship wasn't terrible like that. It's just that we weren't building further. And one of the main reasons, because I can only speak. See, I'm in a place now when I come out of a relationship, even if it was bad, I know what it's made me. So I can even say, like, oh, when I got out that bad relationship, it made a wall up so high with me with guys that I couldn't even let you in. So it just seemed like I was closed or unapproachable about things because I wouldn't even let you in. So I'm just at a point now where I'm like, what I see is in that relationship, I had so much work to do on me. And that when I first got in that relationship, I was starting to do that work. Even though I was young, I was starting to do that work on me. And then I stopped because I was still trying to, it was almost like, a first time high, like getting back to where we were so happy. And it was just so this and it was so that. And so you spend a lot of time doing that. I spent a lot of time doing that. And that you lose time. And I lost me. I literally one day was like, hey, Danny, you aren't even giving like what you want to give to someone that you say you love or someone you want to be with. Or shoot, if you leave them and you get up with somebody else, you can't give it to them because you closed it off so much in you. You just let it go. Like you just close it off. And so once I realized that, I was like, you know what? I have to work on me. To get the king, I have to be the queen. Hey, Sparkle, I didn't see you come in there, babe. Just talking about relationships and how when I got out of my relationship now, I was in a relationship for 16 years. And so sometimes when you hear that from people, you always think like, well, I even thinking about myself. You think like, okay, y'all were there and you didn't seal the deal. You should have known it wasn't gonna work, or this happened and this happened. But I'm a realist, and I know that in my relationship, I can't speak for anybody else's. In mine, like the beginning was like this perfect place, this very perfect place. If that exists, but it was that. And it was a real connect, a real this. Then things aren't perfect anymore. You know what I mean? The things happen. So when I found out that, there was infidelities and lies like that, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that because I don't want to hate the person I love. I don't. So I was at least at that mature place. So then I ended my relationship and then we came back as friends. And when we came back as friends, a year later, just, I called on his birthday and he came around. But I was like, we're not jumping back into nothing, though. Sleeping together. No, none of that, for real. Like, we're not. And so then we became in a relationship. But the worst part was when he was ready to say, oh my God, when I messed up, I didn't realize how bogus it was until you just left and we weren't together no more. And it made me realize. So he was coming back ready, but I had this anger that I thought I was over. And so then there were years of literally me feeling like, one, I can't let you in ever again in that spot because I'm afraid you're going to hurt me again. And then two, it was a case of me feeling like I have to hurt you or be nonchalant or not care or inconsiderate because I feel like when you did that to me, you know what I mean? So you spend those. Then I got to a point where when I realized I was wrong for that, instead of accepting that, my justifications was still waiting on this, almost like we waiting for this, oh, perfect. Hey, when I did A, B, C, D, E, F, G to you, I'm so sorry. And I know I was wrong. You really are waiting for somebody to say that because you feel like you said 1,000 times, like, and you never said, like you were wrong, or you never thought about how I felt. But the question I started asking myself is, do you think about how you feel? Do you feel okay with this? Because people only want to do to you what you allow, but then also people can only treat you the way you treat yourself. If someone's doing wrong, if you know they're doing wrong, they just say, I stand with it. Hey, somebody comes to you, your man cheated. Hey, your man cheated. You tell them, hey, I don't know why you so concerned with that, but trust me, over here, I'm good. If that's where you stand, that's where you stand. I used to tell people all the time, hey, look, I can't tell you if my man cheated or not, but here's what I can tell you. I can tell you that he doesn't disrespect me enough. He doesn't disrespect me in a place where there's some chick ever called me about him. He doesn't disrespect me in a place where he'd ever bring that to my home. He doesn't disrespect me in that place, but I can't tell you what he's doing outside. But he respect me enough that I don't even think about stuff like that. I'm not sitting my whole day trying to figure that out. Like I told y'all the other day, I'm not the type of girl ever go through somebody's phone. I don't believe in invading somebody's privacy. You with somebody who you got to go through their stuff, check them, smell them when they come home. Oh, baby. Back in the day, I don't know if that's still going on like it was back in the day. Chicks used to drop a man pants, sniff them. He that dumb? If he dumb enough to come home smelling that much like a woman that I could sniff it off him, oh my God. I don't even want to be with him. I don't be nobody who would disrespect me like that. Come on, y'all. Like, yeah, I'm telling you so. And like I said, so the relationship and it went there. And then in 2019, we just decided to take space. And, I've never used to be a person on that. Like, well, taking space, is that breaking up? Like, is that like cheating passwords or something? I don't know what taking space is. But you have to take space. Because what's meant to be will be, but, in the space and go the right way. But like I tell people, that will always be a great friend of mine and everything else. And I haven't been in any other relationship since or thought about it, because right now the biggest relationship and thing I'm trying to heal and fix is me. So that when you get in a relationship, I tell my friends all the time now, like, I'm not the chick that in a relationship and is gonna be telling you all this stuff about all these relationships I had. Oh, and Peter did this and Bobby did this. And let me tell you something. I was with Fernando for this many years and he was doing no, because sometimes what you're giving someone is this whole laundry list of what you took. And one day they'll be throwing that in your face. Oh, at least I'm not like Fernando. It took him 5 years to get a job. I tell a person in a minute, good or bad, what every relationship led you to me, to this person you got right now. So I'm even thankful for the bad relationships. Never want to go through them again. Never wanted it, And I come from a place where, like, if you ever been in a physical relationship, and, in any ways that was, if you ever been in that kind of relationship or verbally abusive relationship, if you get up with somebody who don't do that, then it's almost like, you'll take something back. Oh, he cheat, but he sure won't put his hands on you. Or, oh, he don't cheat and he don't put his hands on you, but he won't get a job. He don't mow the line. Whatever. It's always going to be something. Well, I'm at a place where it's none of it. I know what I don't want. Just like I know what I don't want because I know what it'll bring out of me. And I know that we won't go anywhere. And I don't hold anyone to what someone else did. And if you are so familiar to me that you remind me of someone else, I got to get little, because the whole time I'm going to just be comparing you to this other person. Even if I don't do it out loud, in my head, I'm be thinking, oh, I went through this with Buki. And you know where that went with Buki. You know how man Mookie was. Just like I used to tell people, oh, I remember some people you got into arguments with them. Oh, that's the best lovers you ever had. Please, I wish I would be fussing and effing with anybody. I got better things to do. You want to get that kind of passion with me? We gonna have a good night. It's not. It's not gonna happen because we were just cussing each other till we was lusting each other. No, no, no. No. So like I said, just different things. So like I said, when it comes to relationships for me, I'm really trying to be a queen so that when I come, it's no question that that's a king. It's no question. And so even if me and that king don't end up to there, I know that's a king. You know what I mean? It's no question. It's none. I'm not worried about it. I know it is. Yeah, so like I said, I still root for love, believe in love. I'm still like hashtag love wins. I'm still, I'm always gonna know that. Like the reason I know that I just have to accept, I have to only get what I need because it's gonna be the best things for me. Because sometimes we went after what we want, honey, what you want, what you want. And you knew better than anybody else, it wasn't good for you. Or it wasn't taking you anywhere, or you weren't winning. But like I tell people, I fight over no man. Like we gonna be fist fighting. If we fist fighting, it's gonna be because you put your hands on me or we disrespect. But if you think I'm standing in any form with a woman over, I used to have a saying to my fellas, be like, please, them two girls over there fighting. And the funny thing is, they both fighting over him. And he over there flirting with another girl who in the crowd. Pretend like he don't know that these two girls fighting over his last. I've seen it. I've seen it. And like I said, I've seen some cheating. I've seen some honesty. So I can't sit and say that, oh, I'm a holding all men. That's what all men cheat. Cheaters cheat, honey. I know some great women cheaters. I've been a cheater and good at it. And I'm not talking about messing with a bunch of people. I'm talking about being unfaithful to somebody who trusts you to be with them and trust that it's only you and them. Because if it wasn't something wrong, you come home and tell them, yeah, I just got up with Bobby, went to his house. We was all up in the... So that's what I'm saying. But cheaters cheat. And, and some people cheat because they don't know how to just tell you they don't want to be monogamous. That's not what they're on. So they'll say whatever to get whatever or whatever you want to hear, different strokes, different folks, different strokes for different folks. But like I tell people, all that I'm not looking for, like to play any games or, and if that come, you got to know when to walk away. You got to know when to say, oh, you know what? This is not working. It's not working. I'm not calling dude 800 times. And then when he called back, he don't even act like he knew I called today. Well, first of all, I'm not calling nobody 800 times. But y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. So yeah, relationships, just something, different. And then, I don't know. It's just different. But I think that most people just find yourself, because if you get up with somebody and you're hiding who you are and what you are and how you are, then being surprised that they don't like who you are. You don't either. That's why you was giving them somebody else. Give them you. Let them know who you are. That's what's going to help it to work, because there's somebody for everybody. I really believe that. I believe there's somebody for everybody. And I believe sometimes somebody is not with them because they're just afraid. They don't know really what they want. They want what sounds good. What's good in writing. It sounds good in writing. But does it make you happy? Are you happy? I love that feeling when you are just so excited by someone and just that feeling almost like a crush, but it's love and it's this and it's that. I love those type of things and someone that you could just be honest and true with. And like even with like mental health, like knowing how to just tell someone, like I'm not just walking, oh honey, let me tell you, I get this, and I go to you just gotta explain it. Hey, find your way, but somebody that you can just be you with, not avoiding being who you really are around them because you're afraid that they may not accept who you are, or they may not like who you are, or they may not, that's not your king or queen then. Because when it's the right one, I just feel like you'll just be you naturally. Naturally, like you'll feel like I know you forever because I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with you. And everybody has a different level or a different belief of what means they're comfortable with somebody, but I just like want to be me. Yeah, you have to be true to yourself. Like I remember when we were younger, like maybe early 20s, where it would be people who could be like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Say they smoked. They go, oh, guys don't really like people who smoke, so I never smoke in front of a guy. But you smoke. So when I come in this betrayal of who I am, now what you could do is you may not smoke around them. You might be one of those people who just don't smoke around people like that. But if somebody asks you, that's what you would say. Say, you know what, it's something I'm trying to get rid of, if that's what you're trying to do. Or yeah, that's something I do, but probably 2 squares a day, and it's just something I do maybe in the morning because you live alone, whatever your thing is, but let that be what it is. Because then that way, if that's something that is a deal breaker or something for somebody else, at least they know. And I tell people, and when it comes to relationships, I can deal with any ugly truth, no matter how long it takes me to deal with it, how hard it is to deal with it, any of those things. I can deal with that more than I can, this ugly lie. Because this lie makes me question everything. How somebody, you find out they lied and they just keep telling you like, and that's it. But you're thinking it's more. Because to keep this lie, you had to lie. You know what I mean? To stay in it, you had to. So I don't know. Just give somebody the truth. And if you can't be honest with somebody, they can't handle the truth, or then you really should just go on and walk away because you're only gonna hurt them more. I was telling my buddy the other day, please, I've done it all. I've been young where you find out a guy is messing with another woman and now you're just competing with this chick. No, I mean, I'm just competing with her that I'm going to get him. And then when you get him, if you get him, when you get him, you really don't even want him. So now all you do is tell him about how he dogged you and he this, but why are you there? Why are you even there? I don't know many guys, when they go to the other side. I don't know many of my guy friends who are like, yeah, I know my girl is messing with this other dude, but I swear I'm going to stay till he get away because I'm. And I used to tell guys when I was young, like, hey, if you go to jail, don't expect me to come visit you. And I ended up, sometimes never say never because you may end up because you don't know what that case might be to make you be there. But I was one of those. And there was only one person I ever went to visit in jail. But I literally said, guys, like, oh, I'm not doing that. You know why? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, most guys are not coming to visit us. Tommy not there every week. And I'm not saying there's not some who do. But in reality, then you be going back in the day, you go to these jails, you here visiting this man, rain, sleet, hail, or snow while he in jail, and you getting up here, there's a whole nother chick up here too for him. He got all this time on his hand. Honey, well, he sound booked and busy. He'll be fine. He'll make it. He'll make it through this bed without me. I promise. They said 3 hots in the cot, not in your girlfriend. So I don't have that much time to sit on the phone with you all day. Because I get tired of your calls. We gonna make it quick. Hey, what you up to? Please, people was damn near losing their houses over them phone bills. Please. But like I said, nothing against, because it's somebody who your guy might have caught a case, your girl might have caught a case, you might do that whole bid with them. Kudos to you. Kudos. But I also think about the man who, there's women who've been faithful the whole time he was gone. When he come home, like, I know you was messing with somebody because you was out here in the world. You be thinking to yourself, fool, if she was, he must not have been worth nothing. That she threw him right in the garbage as soon as you came out. You better get your life. We just talk about different stuff. But like I said, I've been it all. I've been the one, shoot. Hey, let me get your car. And I'm going to bend this whip around here real quick, see if you catch something. But please, like I said, when you looking for something, you might catch it. Or you just might catch it. Keep throwing that bait in the water. That pole, you know what I'm saying? Keep on fishing. You're going to pull something out that water eventually. That's all like, nah, I don't. But if my senses, my spidey senses, that's why I said senses. If my spidey senses are kicking and it's telling me something, then I know in my mind, I ain't got to go look. Something's telling me something. But I'm a strong believer. I don't come at a man with a, would you tell me? Would you tell me? Because here's the thing. You kill me, you go ask me, oh, would you tell me if you was cheating on me? Would you just do this? Would you just let me know so I can move on? They say, yes, I would. Because I want you to do the same. Baby, if it was that simple, it wouldn't be a word called cheating. It'd be, I told you what I was doing and I did it. It'd be like we got now, open relationships everywhere. So usually people aren't going to do that. They aren't going to just, oh, you know what? The guilt is killing me so much. Because the guilt going to keep them from telling you. Because they thinking if I feel that bad, you about to be destroyed off of this. And then they keeping it from you. But I was saying, but I only believe at coming at somebody when I completely know. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you I know this is what's going on. And I'm gone. I mean, I'm a ghost in the night. Like, I'm gone. Some people, they got to tell you. They got to make their departure to let you know. Hey, TNA says, I'm just babbling about relationships and different stuff. But in so many people, like, in their relationships, girl, if he did this, I promise you I'm gone. I don't got time to make all them disclaimers to you. What I can tell you is some after stories. Like, girl, so I came home and he was bloogity blocking. They said, girl, I had no idea he was doing that. I said, yeah, that's why I left. Some people make the mistake with women when I would say, like I told you, I've had so many years where I was so distant from women. So I looked at it from a back burner, always knowing I was a woman, but saying these things women do, I can't do. You know, and that's how I would look at it. Like, I can't, but really you do them, you may just do them different or a different way, but you do them in your own way. So one thing is I would see a lot of women telling their friends all this bad stuff about they guy. Oh, he don't do this. He ain't had a job. He ain't bought me nothing. I pay for everything. Girl, every time we walk in the place, I just give him the money before we go in there because I don't want him looking broke. Now, you done broke him down. And then you stay with him, but then you're worried about all these like judgments your friends gonna have about him and everything else because you chose to do that. Oh, no, not me. No, not I, says me. What I can tell you in the end was like, it wasn't worth this and da. And I can tell you, like, oh, things aren't really going. It's making me drift away. I could speak on it like that to you, but I'm not breaking down somebody that I lay down with. I'm not dogging them out. I tell my fellas that I was going to stop dogging this chick you lay down with. Because whether you lay down with her once a week, once a month, once a year, you lay down with her and give her the best of you. Because to me, all of us, when we give yourself to somebody, you give them the best of you. You give them the one thing, you know what I'm saying, that is literally your inside out. You giving them the best of you. Like, so me sitting and dogging them while I'm still laying with them, nah, that don't even make sense to me. And I've been in bad relationships and still wasn't dogging them while, like, because it doesn't make you look good. And then it's just trying to get people to feel what you really want to feel or what you know you should feel, but you not doing those same actions. So I got all my girls thinking you deserve better, and I'm thinking I deserve better. But if one of these heifers say to me, I deserve better, I'm going to cuss her out about him. Don't do that. Like, that was that. So, but when I leave, I tell you, and then I'd say, hey, this is how I got it. I had to grow out of this dude. Like, you know, I grew from this way. And some people tell me, I had no idea that went on when y'all was together. You wasn't supposed to. Because I needed to have an opinion in my head that was mine. That I know better. So I'll do better. Yo, please. Let me tell you something. When it comes to them jail calls, like I said, I had one guy who, like I said, he didn't do a bid. You know what I'm saying? When he was in accounting for like a month, But even with those jailhouse, please, those were expensive. So then I just started thinking about people who had did that for months and years, and I was so glad. Let me not talk on the system, but I see why phones got up in there. But you know what I'm saying, because people can't afford that. Then it got to a point, because like I said, them 90s, them 90s. I knew about 60 people who, boy, please, $4,000-$5,000 phone bills. I ain't making it up. But when my guy had at the time went to jail, the guy I was with at the time went to jail. It was like 2007, something like that around there. But whatever. But some phone companies wouldn't even take the call. Oh, they like, oh no. You got to have a calling card. You have to have it on this, and then they can you had to have somebody who had a different phone company, because if you had certain phone companies, like, oh no, we're not getting stuck with 2,000 more $5,000 bills. Ain't nobody paying. Please, you better. Man, I know phone companies was filing bankruptcies. States like Texas, woo. Texas got so many jails. You know, Texas big. Every city you go, every other city you go up, and there's 8 billion jail districts. So I know they made about $1 billion on phone calls alone. Yes, I'm telling you. Man, oh, please don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Hey, hey, Miss T.I. Oh, man, don't get me started, y'all. I'm telling you, them jail, please. Oh, please. That's why he said, oh, don't catch no bill, because I'm not, please. Run up my mama phone bill. She'll put me out. And I'm going to have to come stay at the jail. That's why I tell her, hey, they going to house me up in there too. Because I'm going to be homeless. She not going to be like, oh, girl, he must have loved you. Oh, he loved you so much. And I done known some people that was in jail and they was sitting there, hey, that's 2 racks, sending 2 racks for that. They golly. Say, hey, let's not waste money on phone bills. Why don't we write letters and you just keep sending me the racks? Say, please. Are we giving all of this to AT&T? Oh, hold on. All this is going to them? I'm going to pass. Who's the other one? Illinois Bell? I don't know. They can't get all of this. Please. What y'all in here saying? Bell Atlanta. See, ours was Illinois Bell. And because my mama was an operator at one time. We had like Illinois Bell. Everybody got AT&T, don't we? AT&T. I'm like, and there was another one. It might have been something Pacific. I'm aging myself. I remember, y'all remember Primeco? Y'all remember Primeco phones? Primeco. Them old dopey bumps. Shoot, I remember when Boost Mobile came out with a chirp. It was the coolest thing till people was chirping you stupid. Wait, don't say that. I'm on a bus. Damn near, I probably broke 2 of them phones. Like, shut up. Or you be on the bus and like chirp. Hey, we got the pack. It's like, hey, y'all. You don't know who the people standing next. I could be the whole police. Hey, it's chirping all your business. Sometimes you be with your buddies and a chirper come doing this a chick. Oh, this the only way I keep like, oh my God, somebody turn the chirp off. Unchirp it. Chirp, chirp. But hey, as soon as you seen the commercial, like, I gotta have that. When I was a kid, we always wanted walkie-talkie. But now people in car, they just chirping like, hey, I am sitting with my parents. Why you chirping? Please call. We was worse than these kids with texting. What else? I'm trying to think. Like, when you think of old stuff, like, oh. I remember when videos wasn't censored. The Wu-Tang up in Could It Be That It Was All So Simple? They got a pile of coke on the table. I said, wait a minute. Could it be that it was all so simple there? Say, dang. Cool G Rap have real live pistols in this bitch like John. It's a shame you can't watch rap videos from the 80s without a bunch of blurs all on. They like, we can't put this. We can't even say the words on mainstream, let alone have this. Could it be that it was so I don't know why that just came through. I told y'all at nighttime, one, I'm liable to be talking about anything. You know what I'm saying? Nothing on the disrespect. Like I said, it's GVOs around here. Good vibes only around. Oh, yes. Man, visits, transportations, but hey, I don't know if y'all had this. Every state probably did. Did y'all used to have the buses and they met at a certain place and they left about 6 a.m. and they take a whole bus load of people out to the prisons and stuff? I wish I had one of them bus lines. I should reopen that now. You know what I mean? Like we ride out there. You know what I'm saying? And you know how most of them are. Where there's one, don't worry, not too far away, there's another one. So, oh no, we go to all of them over there. And shoot, we get to like out here, it's a district. So it's just this area right here. We just bumping through it, dropping people out. We'll be back in a couple of hours. See you in 6 hours. No, Siri, I don't want to make a call. Unless you're about to call that business and give me a transportation unit started state to state to the prisons. Sorry, y'all. I'm just talking to Siri. But yeah, boy, people used to jump on it. But that prison is expensive. And then not only is it expensive on a serious side, like even on no laughing, like people incarcerated do not realize the bid that is done on their loved ones while they're gone. You know what I mean? And don't let it be young kids or something. They done seen some little eyes or something. They, oh my God, every day they hustling to stay alive. So now they scared every day. And some kids get desensitized because of it, because you tried to make it normal. Because I come from an area where you used to say stuff like, hey, your dad went away to school. Hey, as an adult, you think like, how are kids buying this? What school did he go to? I mean, you could barely help me with my homework and he went to school. He was gone that long. Dang. That dude must have got doctorates and shit because he was gone a long time. And then you got some kids, parent been in jail since they was born and they know him better than the one that was at home. So you never know. You never know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was good money and it was a good way for people. Because even if you have a car, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in Illinois, usually when people go, they go downstate. So they like 4 hours away from you. They not down the street, you know. And everybody don't like to make that trip alone. And you don't all. And here's the thing. You don't want to just bring some homies. Because first of all, to go to a prison and visit somebody, I got to be on the book. So if my homie go, would they just sitting out in the car? Just waiting? And then the whole processing inside of a penitentiary, you could be in processing and going through and getting through everything to go back there for hours and see this mind. You might see him for a couple of hours. You might see him for, you know, it depends. It depends on what's going on. I can get out here and it be a lockdown. You know what I'm saying? It just took place last night. But I done drove all the way out because some people staying the night out there. You know what I mean? Some people, you know, like if you got people in the Fed joint, they moving around. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just in the state they got banned. Please, they come home, you be like, oh yeah, you thinking the whole time they down at the Dirkville and they down here in they like, I done been to Georgia, do this. Damn, you done been more states than me. I'm just joking, but still, you never know. I know some people went to the joint, you know what I mean, and they crime wasn't big, but shoot, they was in Stateville and stuff. You're like, how did you end up there? Yeah, so like I said, it's a tear on both sides. It's financially and that's why so many people after a few years or even when you're in there, they don't even do it because they like, I'm not even gonna get started on that because it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna get real expensive. It's gonna get real expensive. Shoot, like I said, I also come from the 90s where, you know, you looked up, people was taking pics. That's when they could wear regular clothes. Hey, some of them dress better than you did. He's like, man, how's this dressing better than on the streets? He got 5 leather 8-ball jackets up in there. Or maybe that was just the Illinois State Prison, but I know it wasn't, so. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've had people tell me like that they got, be like, don't look at none of them. don't even look at them. You know what I mean? No, because they gonna think you won't. It's like, how are we gonna get in touch with each other? I mean, he in jail, but like I said, it's got to be a hard thing, and I commend people who went through their relationships and it worked. You know, but I also know that this is somebody who has to spend 24/7. You know what I mean? So you're just about to talk to anybody. They wait. Who is that on the phone? Your cousin? Your grandmama? She want to speak to me? Put on the phone. I want to hear about what's going on at bingo tonight. I am bored. They'll talk about it. That's why you be talking to people in jail. Your phone bill goes so high because they want to talk about everything. So what's Johnny and them doing? And his kids? Is his toilet still not flushing? Remember when he was kids? How did you like, dude? Hey, that was 15 years ago. Now you just went in last year. Let's not go that far back because they want to reminisce on everything. What mama cooked. And you be like, today? Nah, all month. Dude, I talk to you every day. I can't just be breaking all this stuff. They want to be on the phone all night, and that's where your phone bill sky high. Say, you didn't talk this much when you was at home. And then people be mad when they get out of jail. They, oh my God, he's not writing letters like you used to write these 5-page letters. First of all, here's a fun fact. Most people in jail, there's somebody who writes the letters. Just like it's a dude in there who draw, and he draw every picture that you get. I mean, people paying him and everything. You know, whatever his payments are, they paying him in, and they doing that. And they'll write letters too. And some of these dudes, they writing in their own name because they writing themselves. And some of them not. Some of them writing. And then you got the jail poets. Oh my God, they make a killing off of them poems they sending you home. And some of the guys are smart, and they don't put the whole poem on there and stuff. So they put pieces of it like it's writings from them. My heart longs for the day that you be like, dang, he deep. Then he come home and he ain't wrote you a poem in 28 years because he's not a poet. He can't write you a letter. He can't write you a poem. Oh, a big difference between county and state. A big difference. But, you know, it depends on what state you in. Because, like, in my state, Cook County Jail, in my city, Cook County Jail is so bad that a lot of people go ahead and plead guilty so they go and get up out of there and do the state. You know, not saying the state jails are better, but just saying that county is out of control. So county is so bogus, they literally are letting the wars from the street. We're going to put you dead up on them. So y'all could keep rocking each other off up in here. You know what I mean? It's going down. They riot. They everything. It goes down in Cook County. You know what I mean? It goes down in Cook County. So, but the county jail is usually where you are waiting. You know what I mean? You can't get bonded out and you on trial, whatever. Those type of things are going on in county. You know, state is where you see where you were sentenced. You know, you got some time and now you're doing a bid. You know what I mean? But like I said, when somebody in county, them county calls still just like state calls, monitored and expensive. And they ain't free. And in county, you got to put money, you know, people want money on books. But the difference is why they in county, sometimes you still paying lawyer fees too, because we got a whole nother thing going on. You know what I mean? You might be fighting a case. You know, never know. I know people done bonded out knowing they was going to go to jail, and they bond was like 100, 200,000. So they got to put 10,000, 20,000 down just to get out. And they like, bitch, I paid 20 grand to get up out of county, then sit up and and run dead up on my enemy. Like, they, hell no. Like, they different, though. But that's how you know different people. They be, oh, Bobby been in jail. He been in jail? Where he go? Where he do some time at? Oh, no, he ain't got arrested for, yeah, his license was suspended, and, you know, he had something. No, he ain't go. Now, Out here in Georgia, they take you down the county. You know what I'm saying? They don't play about them licenses and all that stuff. So you might just you might just do 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? In their county jail. You know, but in Cook County jail, when you sentence, you get out. Unless like your sentencing, you know, you might have been in county and you'll do it in and out. You know what I mean? Where you'll go down, your time was served in there because it add up, and it ends up that you'll go down, check into the penitentiary, and then check out, in and out. But yeah, so I'd had buddies do that. They was fighting their case in county for, you know, almost that people, you ain't in county fighting no case 2, 3 years. I know people did it. You know what I'm saying? And by the time they got sentenced, when it rounded off, they was in and out. They went to the pen, checked in basically, and was out. Or they call it dressed up, you know, dressed down, dressed up, whatever. I'm so far, you know, and I still get people just getting out. I know people just getting out a couple of years ago, did 20. But from the lingo. Mm-hmm. Hey there, comedian Al Hendry. What up, bruh? Just running my mouth, yiggity yagging. I was up and I was like, you know what? I just feel like coming on and talking. You know, I don't be coming on at night. And some nights I'm up. Some nights I'm up till 2, 3. And sometimes I'm up and I literally am just watching. You know what I mean? I'm watching. And then I watch for my TV usually when I watch late at night. And the bad part about when you watch from your TV is you're not interacting inside like the chat or anything. Then I'm just watching. Just watching and listening, chilling. Then sometimes I'm literally laying down and I just have my earbud on, and so I'm listening for real. Just now I'm not even looking at a screen. I'm just listening. Like I'm listening to a radio show or something. So I'm just listening. But tonight I was like, I'm gonna jump on here. I was waiting while I was talking to y'all. My sis just flew out of town and my parents was just flying in from Phoenix. So I'm like, flying back to the shop from Phoenix. So I was also waiting for them to call, you know, let me know they landed. And so I'm like, man, let me check my peeps. Send some good vibes out. Talk some crap about this here thing called life. You know what I mean? But yeah. So all my people though in jail, from the Fed joint to the state joint, you know what I mean, to the county jails, you know, and they all these DOCs, you know, and all these places at work release and you know, living in halfway homes while they paroled out, any of these things. I just want to say I hope that whatever bid you just did when you out, the ones that's on like work release and stuff, I hope it's over. I hope that you're not going back in there. I hope you don't do what the system wants you to do and keep hitting that revolving door into all my brothers on life. Like for real. And I mean all the people up in there on life. Like, oof. Ooh. I hope that you bringing something better in there than you brought out him. Because there's some people in jail. I know some people did such a long bid that when they got out, the world wasn't a place for them. And then they went back in and you talk to them from inside and they just be the happiest person you ever. Because half the people that I used to talk to in jail, you talk to them through 3-way. So they call some chick. She was there in the call or whatever, you know, and sometimes they mama, but then they called you on 3-way. You know. But yeah. So hopefully some people be doing better. You call and they just doing great. Like, I got a job. I be going to bed early. Like, and it sounds like you living a regular life. I'm a cook. You can be like, this dude living a regular life. They telling you about time, especially my people that was in the Fed, especially the Fed joint. They definitely be, oh, please. I was eating before any of these things had calling cards. People from the Fed joint had and they call. You like, wait, you home? They say, no, I'm on my calling card. Say, wait, they calling me? Say, did you just call me? Be careful in them Fed calls, because everything you say, you be making a joke. And then, we heard her, she now. Because them cases never done. That's why you always say, you know, somebody got 20 Fed years, and then they home at 5. You know they was in there singing in the rain. Ah, cause see, you could sing in the Fed joint after you sentence and get your time. The Lord, shoot, you'd have been the penalty. Please, please, I ain't taking off nothing. They was like, you supposed to sing before you were sentenced to get up in here. This state, that federal forever. You be singing 3 years after you were sentenced. If you singing something relevant, it ain't got to be about your stuff. Hey, baby, but don't get me started. I ain't gonna give it all out. But I'm blasting them. I ain't never had to do the time myself. Oh, let me tell you something. In Chicago, when the virus was bad, Cook County was doing so bad, like as far as the virus being up in there. I mean, it was inmates. I mean, it was on the internet. It was inmates holding out signs like, like people done passed up. It was bad. Like it was so bad that I know people that was catching some cases where you thought, oh, they and then it's like, yeah, I got caught today. And like, oh, maybe on my phone because I got a link in. I said, wait, link in. I said, well, we know they ain't getting incarcerated because unless they finna pull up at your crib, like, okay, he was guilty. Here we come. Nah, they just like, what? He got off. That Fulio back on these streets. Yeah. They was just up. Oh God. Okay, now if you did something now I ain't talking, 187s and all that, but I'm talking about it was some burglar. If you was like, wait, he did what? Oh my God. How the hell does he? Wait. Oh, and this song got some house arrest. No. But they was giving out lots of house arrest monitors through the city of Chicago. And shorties was still outside. And I said, what the hell? And that thing, because it was packed and it was bad. It was bad. But that's another thing about Cook County why people want to get it too. They done had more Mercer lawsuits and people bit by rats and the living conditions up in there are terrible. And I tell you this much, I don't give a damn if you in prison. I still shouldn't have you living like that. And if that's so, then they should have a prison call. We gonna let the rats eat you. We ain't feeding your shit. And if the Mercer take you over, it just takes over your life. That should be the name of the prison. Sing something. You know what I'm saying? It should be the name of the prison. No, not sing. What's the one that was in the water? Alcatraz. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. But like I said, that's a whole different conversation because if you say anything, people swear you saying, oh, none of those people belong in jail and just free them back to society. I ain't said none of that. But I know everybody that is in jail does not, even if they were guilty of some of the crimes, it didn't deserve the punishments. It just didn't, but that's, like I said, that's a whole different conversation. And just because I say that won't even mean I'm speaking on somebody I know or somebody I don't. I just know that when we speak of a system, there's many things involved in it, But what we got to know is if you knew how much stuff prisoners built and made that you use, I know at one point lots of these prisons was making lots of these caskets. Yeah, and they make lots of things in there, license plates, blah, 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 blah. Then it got to a point where, shoot, half the time you was talking to somebody of what you thought, but it wasn't overseas no more. It was straight in a jail somewhere with a good, voice. You thought, man, he should be a radio DJ. I wonder what city he in because he sound cute. It's like, I'll tell you what prison he in. I'll tell you what prison he in. But yeah, y'all, like I said, I'm just on here babbling. Enjoying y'all talking a little crazy crap. Late night running my miss out. I see Nino done went over there and just curled up. Guess he said he over it. He's so funny acting. When I first got on, he was sitting down here looking at me like, who are you talking to? I said, my friends. Dang, he's so nosy. All in my business. Yeah, y'all, it's almost midnight. It's 8 minutes to midnight. Dang, time is flying. This day has went so fast. And here's the worst part. Now I'm sitting here running my mouth with y'all. Now originally I was getting ready to put on a movie and then start calming myself. Well, not calming myself down, but like, you know, put my, kind of like a kid. You know how you put them to bed? Like, well, I put them to bed at 7:30 because usually by 8:30 they sleep. They gotta calm down. All this. That's me. I lay down and then I finally start resting. Stop thinking about stuff. Just you know get comfortable to go to sleep. I was like, oh no, I don't feel like going to sleep right now. I want to wait till they text me to let me know they home. And then, because I didn't want them to text me or something or call me to tell me they were coming in, and then I jump up. Now I'm up. So I didn't want that to happen. So I was like, I think I'll just run my mouth with my buddy and see what's up. Get on the phone with them. Get on the line. See what's up. And then I start talking about relationships, prisons, calls. Oh my. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. But yeah, that was it. So I'm trying to figure out like what do I want to watch tonight. I think I want to watch that movie Horrible Bosses too. I think I want to go back to that and get a good laugh. Check that out. I was gonna watch The Single Black Female, but I'm just a strong believer, probably because I like, you know, I in my until I bring out anything, I can't guess I say it, but I believe that I'm a producer, a director. I got to learn how to get behind that camera more, but uh, but these are things I want to do, and I always think like, do we have to have the black and the white version or something? Do we have to have the every storyline to a love story is the same? Every gangster movie is basically the same. Like we can just do another one or something. Because I mean, trust me, the story behind Single White Female, we can talk about that story and obsessions and all going on in the world, going on here with teenagers, going on over here, going on with this community, going on. It's everywhere. Let's tell me a story. Give me another point of view from it. I just don't like do-overs or remakes. Even with songs, you would really have to tear that song up for me to like the remake more. You really would. I could think like off the top of my head, just right now, that's the first song that come to my head where I loved the remake kind of like I love the original, but the original one still is my favorite, but I really, really love the remake. It would be Lisa's All Cried Out. And then Allure and 112 did it over. I love both versions of that song. And then just the old boy from 112 at the end. Oh, see, I'm gonna have to put that song on. That's my jam. So, but usually I don't like remakes of nothing. Of nothing. I don't. I just don't, but I kind of wanted to check it out, but I don't at the same time. So I probably will, but I don't know if tonight it's going to be when I'm going to check it out. I think I'm going to put on Horrible Bosses too tonight and go sleep. I'm trying not to go in there and think about eating some ice cream or making me some nachos. So that's another thing about when you up and doing too much late at night. You just like kids when kids be up late. And I'm hungry. You know what I used to say to them? You're hungry because you're still up. If you're asleep, you'll be fine till the morning. My mom just told me the other day, and I never had heard this before, and it's probably everybody on here, everybody who watches this probably had noticed, and I didn't. But my mom told me the other day that it's called breakfast because it's the time when you go from fasting, because you fast when you sleep, you're not eating, and you break the fast by eating. So breakfast is really just the first thing you eat. So it doesn't matter. You know, people are like, oh, it's not breakfast. I guess I better go to brunch, and brunch is at this time. Well, really, if breakfast means you're breaking the fast from not eating to the first thing you ate, then breakfast is whenever you eat for the first time. I don't know, but it makes sense. So I'm like, I'm rolling with that. But yeah, let me see. They shine and miss nothing. Okay, that's what you're getting ready to do. Look at you, so professional. That's what I really have to do. Like I have a little notebook of all these things I want to do, but when I first came on and started my channel, and I thought, okay, I'll give an introduction, then I'll just, well, I roll those straights or whatever. And that doesn't mean everybody knows you or anything like that. But then I said, you know what? I have to let you know me so that when I'm bringing out these ideas or these things, it's just like, who is she? What is she talking about? Like, you know what I mean? So that's what made me start doing more videos and, getting StreamYard so I could come on and speak for myself. You know what I mean? And those type of things. So that's where it is. But other than that, I plan to have a schedule, and I literally have like a Monday agenda, Tuesday, like I have a syllabus. I have a way, you know what I mean? I have a program of how I want it to be. But right now in the freestyle, it's me learning things, learning to work with new editing things and learning to work StreamYard because it's still so much I need to learn about that. So sometimes I just honestly play with it. And that's what I'm doing. And then I could get to more of what I want to do. And like I said, as I start those, you'll even see the process with those that this is the beginning. But I had to come and explain who I am so you could even know those things. But yeah. And like I said, you're gonna always have me in any parts of me, and no matter what I'm doing or how big I am, as long as I'm still watching YouTube and subscribed and on that seat of watching content creators and enjoying them and all those type of things, I'm always going to speak on different parts of it because it's also a part of what I do. I watch YouTube more than television. I tell people sometimes I do that so much that even the shit that you watch on television, I'm watching it on YouTube. So that's how much I'm on YouTube. So it is a piece of me. It's not something that defines me. It's nothing that's going to take me down, and it's nothing that I'm obsessed with, but it's a part of my life. So I will definitely talk about those type of things. Yes. That's what I said about the breakfast. I'm telling you, I'm like, what? How did I never hear this? But it makes so much sense. Knowledge. I love to learn new things. I love to hear something and learn and look into it and go outside the box of, I just love any of that stuff. Knowledge is power. It is. And it's the one thing no one can take from you. See, the brain have to give out to take that from you. They can't take that from you. So, that's the thing. And who knows, I might just get off of here. And sometimes I go through YouTube and I'll just go through and make sure, because sometimes I've missed things. I'm like, how did I not see this in a notification? How is it 3? And now they have this new thing and things pop up and be like, it's 3 videos. And you go to watch one. And sometimes they'll go on back to back to back. But if the person was in a live, you forget that it said it was 2 other videos. So then when I come out the live, I didn't go back and look at that. So sometimes I just go through so I could, give it a watch. And give it a watch. So it depends. So I might do that and then put on Horrible Bosses too. Or I might end up falling asleep to YouTube. I don't know. But I know I'm not gonna turn on music because music take you so many different places that if I'm not turning on the sounds of the ocean or something like that, I'm gonna be at a party, be at the skating rink, be back in love with somebody else, be about to go call somebody you shouldn't call. Music will take you to all those places. And so that's why I said, wait a minute, I can't turn no music on. That's why I got on here and talk to y'all. Because who knows where I'd have been if I turned that music on. Okay, welcome back. That's it. Once you, and that's it. Everything, think about it. When anything you want to do in life, when you wanted it, when you fought for it, when you know what I'm saying, when you did something, when you got involved with it, when you put time to it, when you put the money into whatever it was, that's when it worked. And even if the work was to let you know what, let me step out, do this, and come back here to make this better. But that's when it works for me. When I'm all the way in. And sometimes I get in, but then when I get back, it's a difference. I come back different, stronger, better. So yeah, well, that's a good thing. Like I said, one thing I will say for 2022 is that I have noticed like more content. And to me, content sometimes is just stopping to say hello. Because somebody might just, I just wanted to see if you was okay. You go, hey, welcome back. All you did was put up a picture. And just happy to see from you. So let's do that. And it's a good thing. And like I said, y'all, I'm about to get ready to get up out of here. It's midnight. I guess Nino here just came off the couch to come sit next to me. And why do dogs sigh? Like they just got so much stress. He got so much on his mind. Ain't not on his mind, boy. But yeah, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I have enjoyed laughing, talking with y'all. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me and giving me some love and giving each other some love. Oh, and now we done came into a new day. It is well, I don't call it a new day till I wake up, but it's technically a new day. It's the 8th. 8 is one of my favorite numbers, my lucky number. So today is the 8th day of February. And as February comes to an end, I know that means I'm heading back to the Shy. So I'm excited. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. But I'm telling y'all, I have to start coming on here at night more often and getting a good laugh. Cause y'all got my spirits tickled just thinking about when we was talking about those phone calls. And the things people say when you be talking to your friends, it's talking to please way before it was a love after lockup. Then you talking to your friends, thinking, girl. And half the stuff that they say in prison, if somebody said on the word, you're like, girl, hang up on him. He is a player. He is a player. You hear how you talking, girl? You know he get all the chicks with that. But yeah, but no, I'm gonna get out of here. I really enjoyed this though. I really did. I enjoyed laughing with y'all. I enjoy a good laugh, especially before I go to bed. I really do, because then my spirits are just up. And just maybe I told you I don't do violence and stuff, and I love horror. I love a mob movie. I don't do none of that kind of stuff before I go to bed. If I get into an argument with you, trust me, I ain't going to bed no time soon, because I don't take that type of energy with me to sleep. So y'all gave me great energy. Y'all gave me more than good vibes only. So I thank you for the love. I thank y'all for that. So I'm gonna say good night while I'm in this great spirit. Probably ain't going straight to sleep. But I'm going to say goodnight while I'm in this great spirit with y'all. And have a good one. See you tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I always forget. I told y'all it's like I'm talking on the phone with my family. Like we Skyping. I'll be forgetting sometimes. All right, y'all, I'm out.